Doug McKnight for the Weekly Fly. Going to tie you a shrimp fly called the Tingum. It's that thing you need, and that's Bahamian slang for that thing you need. So, got a Gamakatsu SC15 1/0 in the hook, and I start out some thread. And going to tie some dumbbell eyes on. Use whatever you want to. Light, heavy. These are heavy. Once you have these lead eyes lashed down on there, next move, going to take some tanned craft fur. Stack this one up and maybe a shank and a half length. And going to walk it all the way down to the barb of the hook. Next, going to take some silly legs. Take a full single off of there. Match up the tips. Tie them in right over top of the craft fur. Trim the ends right up with the craft fur. Next thing I'm going to do is take some eyes that I made out of a couple glass beads and some epoxy. You do whatever you want to with any kind of burnt eyes. And tie one in on one side, one in on the other. Ultimate goal, just you have a pair of eyes kind of pulled out from this craft fur and those silly legs. Next thing we're going to do is take a Hackle from a rooster. This one's been bleached. This is a nice light tan color. Going to take whatever hackle we want to, kind of pull the tips back. Trim it and then tie that in right by the eyes in the craft fur. Move our thread up and then place a bead of zap-a-gap, and then wind that hackle right over top of that wet zap-a-gap. And once that dries, it's never coming off of there ever again. Straight up to the lead eyes. And tie it off. Take a bodkin or your scissors and just straighten out anything that got caught in there. Straighten out those mono eyes. Next, we're going to take a rabbit strip, maybe, in this case, maybe 1.5 inches long. And about 1/4 inch away, we're going to impale that straight onto the hook. Take the hook out of the vise, pull it down, reinsert the hook into the vise, pull that rabbit strip tight, kind of massage it back, and then I'm going to see where the eye of the hook is, and whatever is left, I'm going to trim off. Whatever's left, just going to lash down. And make a pretty head, even though it's not a pretty fly. Whip finish. Some zap-a-gap. We have a very, very, very lively shrimp that will catch them.